Hello everyone, it's Andrew from GemTCG here, and in today's video I'm going to be going through a collection that I just bought for around $3,000 and basically just show you how I go through collections that I buy and what I look for first and how I kind of organize it and process it to be listed. So hope you enjoy this video and let's get into it. Also, if you do need help starting and growing your eBay stores, I have a Patreon and the link is in the bio and the description of this video. So it came in bubble wrapped. It was packaged very well. This seller was actually selling all of his items because he wants to get out of the hobby and he's taking his family on a trip. So he was able to afford it by selling all of these cards, which is why it's such a big collection. So this seller actually packaged it up pretty well and they labeled everything. So this is the TCG list and this as well. And then there was another TCG list of kind of cheaper cards, and he said he threw in something for free. So let's see what that is. So this is all organized, which is very helpful when going through the collection. This saves me time from having to go through it again. And this is what he gave me for free. It's a Topps sealed booster packs, which is, I think it's like $40. So that was very nice of him to do that. He didn't have to, but it's very much appreciated. So first thing, I like to get rid of all of the kind of like the junk, like the bubble wrap and packaging stuff, because the more space, the better. In my, I get very I like it to be organized, so I like to get rid of all that stuff first. And next up, I just kind of go through it one by one. So let's just get to organizing and kind of get everything mixed or sorted by type. So got a bunch of Shining Fates, Amazing Rares, Rainbow Rares, V cards, got some full arts, more Vs, V Max, full arts as well. So yeah, basically I get everything sorted by the rarity, because I list them by the rarity. All of my listings are like all rainbow rares together, all full arts together. So having them organized before that makes it a lot easier to do and saves me a lot of time when I'm listing and getting things processed. I think I paid around 70 or 80% for this collection, which is pretty high, but there's a lot of value in here, so I think it's worth it. And like you got an alt art, bunch of gold and rainbow rares, which sell very well in my experiences. So always love getting those. Lately, it's been pretty easy to find collections, but finding them at a good price is the issue, because now that prices are skyrocketing, people are selling them for a lot higher and expecting a lot higher rates, which makes sense, but it's not always the best to make profit, but it's fine. Ton of rainbow rares. In trainer gallery cards, if you have them, I would definitely recommend listing them at a higher price because they're constantly increasing in price. Like each day they're going up, and I keep getting them sold out in my store. So I would definitely recommend listing at a higher price because eventually it will sell. This Lugia V. So don't feel pressured into selling at a cheaper price. And I posted a video recently about how to find good collections to buy. So feel free to check that one out. I think it's very helpful if you're struggling to find collections at a good price. This card used to be like $2 and now it's like $12. So that's crazy. And I think these trainer gallery cards will definitely continue going up because like, look at all these Eevee, Flareon, Vaporeon. Because with the new Journey Together set, people will be wanting to kind of these trainer cards because it kind of follows like a similar like format with like the trainers and their Pokemon. So it's definitely good to do. Typically, the items that sell the least in my store are the full art cards because I don't know why, but they just don't sell that well. I don't know if I'm pricing too high or they're just not as in demand, but I really struggle with selling those. This is honestly one of my bigger collection purchases this year. I haven't been able to find like huge collections like this in a while, but I'm glad to have more product coming in. Luckily, all these are already sorted, like I talked about, or like sorted by the types are pretty much all together, and then it's sorted by set after that. So that helps me out a ton when going through these cards. Typically, it takes a lot longer because sometimes people have them all mixed up and not together. But this guy had them all in the same area. And there's a ton of duplicates, which helps a lot when selling because then I could just mass update the quantity rather than having to update like one at a time to list them. Wow. A lot of 151 EX full arts. I'm running out of space here, but it's okay. This is honestly one of my favorite cards from 151. The Zapdos with the Moltres and Articuno in it as well. Ton of illustration rares. This Drowsy went up a crazy amount. I don't know why. I think it's because of the PSA 10 potential price, but it went up a lot. More EX full arts. This Arven card is very expensive because of its competitive play, so if you have it, I would definitely recommend listing it right away on TCG Player because it will sell out very fast. Also, if you have a collection for sale, feel free to message me on Facebook because I am always buying. So you're welcome to do that if you want. And I will usually give a good price, like between 70 or like 60 to 80% depending on what you have. I try not to go too low, but I also, wow, this is a cool card. But I can also not go too high because like at the end of the day, I do need to make a profit on what I sell. So I can't be offering like 90% if eBay fees take away like 20 after I do the promotions and the coupons and all that. These are sweet too. I think special illustration rares are going to be like, or even regular illustration rares are going to be like very sought after in the future because the art is just really cool in my opinion. And I think people will really like collecting them. Also, this seller did have a bunch of kind of just energies, like hollow energy. These are the Crown Zenith ones that are worth like $2 each. And then these 151 energy hollows. Wow, Pokemon Center exclusive promos. I think those are like $100 each. GameStop Umbreon. And just a bunch of ETB sealed promos. And then there's also, I'm not sure if I think I paid for these, but I don't know what this one is, this Japanese card. Wow, these are very clean hollow cards and vintage cards. Normally I would organize these while going through them, but I'm running out of space, so I'm just going to show you what there are. EX full arts are sweet from the XY era. Another vintage hollow, reverse expedition hollows, and Aquapolis. Those are probably worth a lot. And then these are just some bulk cards, more hollows. Blaziken, my favorite. But yeah, that's typically how I go through the collections that I buy. I kind of just organize them by rarity and type. So that way when I list them, I can list them all together and it's just a lot easier to process. And if you kind of look, like it looks like a mess, but I have all of them organized by the type. So I got the VMAXs together, the Radiant cards together, trainer galleries, stuff like that. And that has been the best way to go through the collections for me. So that way it's just sort them when I first get it, have them in a pile. So that when I get like a bunch of cards ready to list, I can just have them all prepared and ready to go rather than just having a huge pile with a bunch of cards mixed together and then having to organize it when I'm ready to list, because that would take a lot longer and it would become a lot more stressful doing all those tasks at once rather than doing it bit by bit. And yeah, it just saves me a lot of time and headache. And I would definitely recommend doing that if you can. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to see more collection buying videos in the future, please let me know. And I will definitely make them more. And I hope you all have a great day.